This world is full of opportunity for people like all of us, and I believe that everybody deserves a piece of the pie. If you're an actor, actress, content creator, you do UGC, you're a makeup artist, you're a cameraman, you do audio and sound, you're a video editor, this video is for you. Whether you're a beginner, whether you're a veteran, or you just want to learn a little bit more information and see how this could potentially help you and get you a couple bucks in the long run, stick around because I'm going to be breaking everything down that you need to know and how you can get exactly what you want. So this is Backstage.com. I've been on this platform for the past 11 years, and the opportunities that I've gained from this platform is astronomical. So I'm going to be breaking everything down, what I know, how it could potentially help you. So let's just get started. So this is the homepage right here, and we'll just scroll down a little bit and I'll just kind of show you what it all entails. They've worked with Disney, Netflix, HBO. Those are the kind of castings that you'll find in the Find Jobs listing, and we'll go over that in just a minute. But as you can see, feature jobs. Okay, cool. Feature jobs. So with this feature jobs, basically what this is that, well, first of all, before I explain that, let me just backtrack real quick. I'm currently on a talent profile right now. So if you switch to employer, which I can do right here, if you switch, basically this gives you the opportunity to be able to post a job. So if you're a casting director, a producer, and you're looking for talent for your upcoming independent film, short film, movie, show, commercial, whatever it is, you can post a listing on here and you can start getting people's submissions and see what you potentially are looking for, and they'll just start rolling in. You'll get emails like crazy. So that's a little bit about that. Let's actually go back into the homepage before I dive into all of this. But we're gonna scroll all the way down here. Featured jobs. So basically, like I was saying, these featured jobs, what these production companies are doing, they're paying a couple extra bucks to push this out further so they can get talent for their project as soon as possible. And they usually pay a little bit more. So this says Seattle. So when you see this featured job on the home screen, this most likely means that they're gonna be finding or trying to find talent closest near you, which is good, so you don't have to travel as far either. This one is Portland, which is just the next state over, a couple hours away, but they'll post things like that too. So there is a little bit about that. You can find amazing advice from industries and insiders, people who have a ton of years of experience sharing their knowledge, kind of like I'm sharing my knowledge with you about what they know, what to expect, what's coming up, how to audition for things, casting directors, what they're looking for, so far and so forth. So this is a great way to be able to just learn more too, especially if you're new and you want to get a little bit more insider secrets. You'll see this member exclusive right here. This is more for people who are subscribed and who have a membership for Backstage. And we can get into those payment details later. And that isn't also astronomical either. So don't be too worried about that. Okay. How to get cast on Harry Potter. So they'll show you all the tips and tricks, how to get cast, what the casting directors are looking for, so far and so forth. This platform has been around since 1960. So when they were giving out newspapers, they still till this day will send you a magazine in the mail also to read about, what's going on in the industry and what to look for, all that good stuff. And this is just a little bit about the About Me section. There's social medias. You can do advertising on here, and they'll send you a media kit and they'll give you all the price points of what to expect. They have careers on here too. So great for people who are software engineers, people who just want to get their foot in the door. Great opportunity, and they pay quite a bit on here too. So let's dive into, if you want to start applying for jobs on here, you got to have a profile. So let's go into my profile and I'll show you an example of what mine looks like, how I set it up, and where to go from there. So you see right here, my profile strength is a 10 out of 10. I think Backstage just added this probably maybe 5 years or less ago. And what this means is that, okay, I don't want to say anything wrong, but I believe that Backstage does have an algorithm. And the reason why I say that is because I've gotten messages from people from New Jersey, Texas, asking me if I can, go on set for their project. And a lot of times, which I'm thankful for, that I don't have to audition for things, because this industry is about who you know, who knows you. And if you feel that if they feel that you fit the profile that they're looking for, they just want to cast you, because things move very quickly in this industry. But yeah, as you can see, I set up my profile. It's a 10 out of 10, and I'll show you why it's a 10 out of 10. So I have everything here about my About Me section, and whenever I apply for a listing, which we'll get into in a little bit, my profile picture, my headshot is right here. My appearance, everything is right here. I don't weigh 170 pounds, so I need to change that. Everything about my website, you know, my socials, everything that's linked right here. And this is a great way to build your following on social media too, to just link this through here. Because some people are just endlessly scrolling, looking at talent, looking for, you know, whatever it is, and they come across your profile, and they might want to follow you and just kind of follow along with your journey. Union membership, if you are new, don't worry about this, because you're not in SAG or anything, so you don't need to put your card in here. And I don't recommend in general, just because if you're in SAG, you only have to do SAG projects. If you're FICOR, you can do both. That's a whole nother different topic. But yeah, I left that open for that reason. Skills are very important, because when you apply for a job, they want to be able to know that you have the skills that are aligned with what they are looking for. So these are all the skills that I have. You can see some are 2 out of 3, because like sailing, I can sail, but I'm not like an expert sailor, you know? Skiing, I can ski, but I'm more of a snowboarder. So you kind of get the gist. Video samples. So I haven't added these yet, and I'm thinking that I should sometime soon. My intro video, basically just showing you like who you are. They want to see your personality when you're applying for a job. Testimonials, haven't done a testimonial, or I haven't gotten one yet, and I feel like that might be a good thing to experiment with. I usually only see these on websites, you know, for services, you know, people talking about, oh, this roofing company was just absolutely amazing, you know. And a monologue scene would be a great thing to have. I just haven't added it yet. They want to see what you can do if you get cast in a movie or a show. Can you put on a one-man show? Can you perform a monologue scene that's really long, that shows a lot of emotion? They want to see that, and that's what that's for right there too. So this is all the credits and everything right here also. This is great, but if you come down right here, you will see oh, it's in the resumes right here. You should add a resume, but if you don't have any credentials yet, you don't need to worry about a resume. These are all the videos and the media that I have right here, and this will all pop up when you apply for jobs. Representation, I didn't add my representation on here. Education and training, you can add this if you want in here too. And the self-recording and the licenses, if a project is out of town or out of the country, they want to know if you can travel, and they'll usually submit that in the notes. So that's something that you can write in the cover letter, which we can go over in just a little bit also. So this is a little bit of a rundown of my page. And now let's dive into finding some jobs, what they look like, how to toggle them correctly, and you know, get the best for your buck while you have a backstage membership. So this is what it's going to look like when you're scrolling through the jobs. As you can see, Daydreamers, Dust. This is a staff pick. This means they're trying to push it out so people can get cast for this project. The green means that it's paid, so they will be paying for it. Or they will be paying you, and you want paid gigs, which is good. Some of them don't, and some of them do, but you just have to click on the job and see all the details. Some of them say no pay, but provide like IMDb credit. If you don't have an IMDb and you want to get into this industry, super important to be able to have. Maybe I can make a video on that another time. Me personally, I don't take anything that's not paid anymore, just because I feel like I kind of know my worth and what I can bring to the table. I just don't have time to not be getting paid for the stuff that I'm doing. But if you're new, I highly recommend that you build a portfolio, get some reels in, and that'll pay for itself at some point. So yeah, one of the things that I don't like specifically, so I don't know if you saw, but right here, this is in beta. It's the most relevant. So things that are most relevant, things that are kind of popping off right now. I don't like this because it gives you listings from the past. So as you can see right here, October 8th. And this probably just means that the production company relisted it back on a backstage, and that's when they first submitted it for. So they're looking for talent, and they didn't find the talent that they could in the past. So they redid that. But I like to find things like that just got submitted like a couple minutes ago or within just a few hours ago. Because when you submit for a listing, the way this industry works is very different than any other industry. When you submit for a project, let's say you submitted it and it was just posted 15 minutes ago. Because of that 15 minutes ago and you were one of the first people to apply, they like you, they know what they see, they're gonna grab it and they're gonna cancel the listing. That's the way it works. And they're gonna just completely forget about all the other people's auditions that probably took a lot of time and effort to make those auditions. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes it's unfair, but that's the way the industry works. And yeah, but what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna toggle this off, and it's gonna give us some new and more fresh listings. So this one, as you can see, they're looking for more background extra work. And again, if you're new, highly recommend you doing extra background work. Get your foot in the door. You can kind of feel what it's like to be on a big time set, being on a set in general, and you're getting more comfortable in front of the camera, because stuff like that takes time. So you can see all these listings right here. Aussie Rules. It's in Melbourne, out of the country. That's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and click on this one, 28 to 45. That's more of my range. For 17 days of work, it's in Australia. Nationwide Australia though. So it's not necessarily in the United States, but that doesn't mean that we can't apply to it. Excuse me. And this gives you a breakdown, how much they're paying per day. Meals, travel, and accommodation is provided if you were to get booked for the role, which is cool. Please include a video intro and show reel with your application. So just for the sake of it, let's go ahead to apply. And don't worry, it's not going to automatically apply for it. And yeah, does not match role qualifications. Because I live in Seattle. I don't live in Australia. So it's going to say that location and the skills. I didn't see the skills that they were looking for. And that might be something great to be able to add into your skills, if you can do it, into your profile. That way, when you apply for something, that won't pop up. So when you apply for something, your photos are going to be listed on here, and you can choose which one you want to do. For this sake, I starred this one, so whenever I apply, my photo is going to be the first thing that they see, and it should be a good photo. You're going to see everything from the role description down here, and please include a video intro. So basically just telling you about yourself, like, hey, my name is Jordan Nancarrow. I'm based out of Sydney, Australia, and I believe that I'm the best fit for this opportunity. I'm just kind of speaking. That's not what you should say, things like that. You come down here and you'd add a cover letter. I think it's great to add a cover letter, just because they can kind of get a sense of who you are just from what your interests are in the role. And depending on if they want you to submit for an actual video audition, then of course you can do that too. But yes, so let's go back to the finding the jobs. And we're just going to scroll, and we're going to toggle this off again because we want to find the freshest ones and submit as soon as possible. Okay. Hacks. So it doesn't look like this one. This is a student film. Student films are good too because a lot of people are just in college and they're doing that last exam, but they need actors and they don't know where to find it. So they come to Backstage and they look for people like you to star in it. And a lot of the times they use really good quality cameras, and it can look really good for your portfolio. And eventually when you have enough scenes built up, you can turn it into a demo reel, and that's just going to be pure gold. And you can get a lot of those for free sometimes, because sometimes colleges and students don't have the budget to be able to pay people. They'll pay you in food on set, but they'll pay you in credits, and they'll pay you with footage when it's all finished up. So let's just scroll for something. Let's see if we can find something on here. Improv. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Las Vegas crew needed. Okay, cool. FBI agents for a photo shoot in Connecticut. Awesome. The Moment, that's in the United Kingdom. United Kingdom nationwide, so you really want to pay attention to stuff like that too, because it's not going to be anywhere near you. Teacher, math teacher for female. Okay. Built TV, nope. Music videos, nope. You will see quite a bit of reality TV stuff on here too, and that's another topic, but I'll just kind of give you an overall summary of, if you want to get into reality TV, it could be kind of tricky, because let's say that you were to star in a reality TV show. No, it's backwards. If you're an actor, actress, and you're pretty notable in your industry, and then you get into reality TV, and you submit for something like this, like a reality TV show, it might be a little bit harder because they're looking for real people. And a lot of times if you do get cast for it and it becomes like a big global show, most people are going to think that it's scripted. A lot of people think it's scripted anyway, but you're this actor that everybody knows and now you're on a reality TV show. People are going to think, oh, this guy's just totally faking it. So it's not the best career choice. But if you start with reality TV, that's a different story. Pregnant UGC creators. So they're definitely looking for that. Super Bowl commercials pay bang. Zone activation. You kind of get the point. I'm just kind of trying to look for something. You know what? Let's niche it down a little bit. So what I can do here, I can filter it. We'll go up here into any location, and I'm going to just filter it to Seattle and see if I can find anything in my area. Because why not? Metro series. No, that's voiceover. Plus size creators, no. Spanish speaking something, no. Medicare commercial for UGC. Let's see what this is about. Okay, so that pays $850 for 3 hours. That's not bad. A lot of people don't get paid that in their 9 to 5. So let's scroll and see what it's about. They're background checked. Cool. They're a legit company. You always want to look for that. Payment made a net 30, $250 for the creative, $600 for usage and rights. So they're going to be paying you $850. But what a net 30 means is by the day that you submit your invoice. So today I'm making this on January 30th and I submit my invoice. They're not going to pay me until, or maybe just a couple days before, like February 28th, because there's no 30th in February. So they'll pay you in a month in advance in net 30. A lot of companies do net 14s. A lot of companies just pay you right on the spot, which is nice. So that's something to look for too if you're okay with that. Must audition, read from the script provided to be considered for the role commercial spot. Okay, so we're gonna apply to this. We're not gonna do the audition because I don't have my set in the background, maybe for another video, but pre-screen audition optional. So must read at least 2 lines from the script to be considered for the role. So bam. Okay. We're going to look at this. We're going to see what it's about. You want to read the instructions very carefully. Audition due date is due tomorrow. This is due tomorrow. See, I'm telling you, things move quick. When they need something, they need it like now. Sometimes it's like, man, I don't got enough time for this. But, yeah, so they're looking for 2 roles. You just see in the 30s. Cool. We're looking for 1 actor to read out for 4 scripts. Okay, so you're going to read all of this. And for this UGC, okay. You know, life changes can affect your coverage. If you are new to Medicare, moving or lost coverage and don't have a Medicare, yeah, I can't take myself seriously reading this. But with this is most likely you're going to be reading in front of the camera. I'm going to be looking at the camera. If it's more of a commercial where you're having lines, or a show or a movie where you have lines, you're going to be moving away from the camera as if you're talking to the person. But for this is going to be more of a direct link with eye contact to the lens. For this one, that's the gist that I'm getting at. So then what you're gonna do there is then bam, okay, you're gonna add your pre-screen. So let's say you made the video. First, you're gonna slate. You're gonna say, hi, my name is Jordan Nancarrow. I'm 6 feet tall, based out of Seattle, Washington, auditioning for the role of the team leader. Cool, cut. You don't wanna do any editing in your audition also. It just needs to be 1 clip. The only editing that you need to do is just clip the first video of your slate from when you first press record to the very end when you press end. Cut those out. The next scene, make that scene, put them all together in 1 video and then upload it. And then from here, you're gonna go to add your pre-screen. And then let's just say I add this one right here, okay? Add pre-screen. That's added. I'm not gonna submit this, but this is just for an example, okay? But this didn't submit you for the whole project yet. Then you're gonna come down here and now you're gonna go to add a cover letter. So this is what I would say personally. Everybody's gonna find their own way of saying things once you get the gist and how backstage, you know, moves and all that. So this is what I would say. I would say, hi there, I'm interested in this opportunity. Because I do have years of experience. I have years of experience in the medical field shooting content like this and would love to prove that I have what it takes with what you are presently looking for. If there's anything additional I can send you. Wait, no. Database, okay. I'll make sure it gets sent. I'll make sure it gets sent back in a timely manner. Bam, bam. Kind regards. Not best, kind regards. Jordan Nancarrow. I say kind regards because it's like, thank you, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. But a best regards is like, best regards, deuces. I've never really been a fan of best regards. So you're gonna add the cover letter, then you're gonna apply now. I'm not gonna apply now because that video is not related to this whatsoever. So you kind of get the point. But yeah, that's kind of how you can move and groove through these jobs. Find what's best for you. The ones in the green are going to specifically highlight that they are paid. The ones that aren't are going to be more for probably student films, short projects, things like that. And again, you can filter this out. If you want to get more specific, you can look specifically just for male, female, whatever roles, age. You can put your age in here. You can put the compensation. I'm looking for paid work. Maybe I'm not looking quite for paid work yet. I need to build up my stuff. You can do that. Yeah, so this gives you a lot of options. What you're looking for, I'm looking more for a TV show. Don't give me any of that extra work. I need extra work. I'm not quite at that level for TV movie work yet. So you can click these out. You can check them off, as many as you want. The ethnicity that you are, maybe you can toggle that in. You get the point. So it gets very specific if you wanted to niche those down as much as possible. So yeah, that is a lot about finding the jobs. And again, this whole platform has a ton of opportunity for you to just learn. So if we come here to the advice, we can see that there's a lot of industry insiders giving you pieces of what to expect. This show's coming out, how to audition for it. This is what this casting director is looking for. This is what you should do. This is how you should reach out to them. Advice, as you can see right here, how to audition for Disney. Let's just click on this one just to kind of show you. And you can kind of jump to what exactly it is that you want to know. Yeah, it gives you the whole piece of the pie right here. But again, if you don't have a membership, some of them like this one, member exclusive, means that you can only read it. It's very top secret. But yeah, there's education, there's stuff for screenwriters, because there's a lot of writers on here that are looking for work too, that want to get tips and tricks. And it just goes on and on. I like the secret agent man because he's this person in the industry who's been an agent in the industry for, I think, like 20 years. And he just gives all these like juicy details of basically just telling you how to really get into the industry, what he knows, what you shouldn't do, what you should do, how to get your red carpet ready. The differences between an agent and a manager, because there are differences, how to submit to talent agencies. So let's click on this one. Because if you want to be in an agency, I would highly recommend that you do start off with Backstage first, so you can get a little bit of a portfolio going, get up a resume, so you have something to show to the agent that, okay, you've got a little bit of work. But some agencies don't care. Some agencies are just looking for raw talent, new talent, and just kind of help build them up that way. So how to submit for an agent, it gives you all the step-by-steps, what to do here. And there's another cool one too. That's not just the advice. I think I'd have to get off of the page and show you. Let me see. Yeah, I'd have to get off the page and show you, but I will do it. Let me just do it real quick. How to find agents. I think, yeah, find agents and managers backstage. So you can click on this too. And this will give you a whole listing of agencies and management firms everywhere in the United States and everywhere in the world. And it's categorized from A to Z. And not just agents, like I said, managements, acting schools, colleges, theaters, film festivals, open mics. If you want to get on stage and feel more comfortable talking on stage, public speaking, they have open mics here. That's something I might have to look into. But all of these agencies, and it just goes on and on and on and on. So look into that, and you can see what these agencies and management firms are looking for, how to submit to them. Because some of them, for instance, let's just randomly click on one. I'll just boom. Okay, Academy Agency. So let's take a look at this one. Some of them have very specific details. Stacy, that's one of the agents there. Personnel submission policy: apply for representation through the website, interviews by invitation, appointment 5 years and older. Calls are accepted, but no drop-offs. Okay. They represent print models, hosts, and spokespersons, TV actors, so far and so forth. You can be represented by the age of 3 years old and up. So yeah, some though are very, very strict. Let's just type in one. I know one right at the top of my head that I can just, that I can just tell you, that just does not submit anybody. I can just type it in, right? Yeah, I can just type it in. Sort by A to Z? No. Okay, well, let's just find one. Let's do this one. Acture, whatever. Headshot resume by mail only. No calls, no drop-offs. Some of them will say no mail, no calls, no drop-offs, by industry referral only. So you have to be referred by somebody in the industry in order to maybe even get an email from that person. So they can be very strict. And yeah, that's a tough game to play for sure. Okay, let's do keywords right here. Keywords. I will do WMG. Oh, wait, what? Okay, let's do CAA, because that's a very top-notch, perfect example. They're the biggest agency in the world. So here's a little bit about them. You can go to their website. Industry referral only. No unsolicited submissions. No calls. No drop-offs. Sometimes some of them are really strict. Some of them will be like, no unsolicited emails. If we get an email, we will blacklist you. Like, they don't play games, so you need to be very careful when you read stuff like this. So highly recommend, again, don't worry about any of this right now. Get your foot in the door, get some reels, just start getting some work until you want to get into these big agencies like this and whatnot. So yeah, the community, I haven't dove too much into the community yet, but I am blabbing my ear off because there's just so much. There's just so much to talk about in here. When it comes to, when it comes to the price of Backstage, let me see if I can show you. When it comes to the price of Backstage, let's just do this. Renew Backstage. I believe it is $24.99. $24.99 a month, and then it is more. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my account settings. It's $24.99 a month, and then depending on if you're a newcomer or not, it is somewhere around, I think, $74 a year. And I would highly recommend going for the year one, just because. Yeah, I'm not going to go into the payment stuff because that's a little bit. And don't try to call this number because that's not my phone number anymore. So nice try. Yeah, it is $24.99 a month, and I believe it's about $74.95 a year for newcomers, or $199 a year. But you can get promo discounts online and stuff like that too. But yeah, this is Backstage.com. And again, I've been on this for 11 years. I still use it till this day. This is a great platform for anybody that's new. I can't recommend it enough for people who want to get their foot in the door. This has changed my life. Again, I'm on a television show because of Backstage. I've traveled all over the world because of Backstage. And if you make that small investment of monthly, yearly, whatever you can afford, that ROI is going to come right back with enough patience and commitment into doing this for yourself. Even if it's just a hobby, you know, you can still make a nice side income from this. So again, if you're here still, this means that you might really want to start ranking things up because you have some sort of interest and you watch everything step by step of what Backstage is like, how to submit for jobs, how to apply. And I really hope that this can take you somewhere. I want to see everybody win. Again, thank you so much for watching, staying tuned. Until next time, peace, love, and positivity.